Hey, welcome back to my channel or welcome to my channel. I am Agnes and today I want to talk about something super important, which is related to lightworkers and abundance. And the abundance that we know and you feel deep down that you are here to create. Let's start diving into this. As if you don't know me, I'm Agnes. I help lightworkers, spiritual seekers, and star seeds to really uncreate their patterns that keep them in limitations, keep them creating stuff that they don't really want, keep them play small and not really living their life from their true potential as a light worker. Because if you are a light worker, you're listening to this and you clicked on abundance, wealth, and this type of, and you listening to these type of videos, it means that it's part of your purpose. It was put there by you. It's not a coincidence that you are so interested and so curious in this type of information, because this information is frequency, right? It is frequency. It's not the words you are attracted to, it's the frequency that you are attracted to. So your soul already put in your timeline this desire, this goal for you to access this abundance and to understand how you can create it, to understand that you are it, you are becoming the true self, and that true self is limitless, and limitless in everything, in well-being, in joy, in fulfillment, in deep connections, and in abundance. So this is what we are actually doing here, and this is why for me it's so difficult to go and niche myself down into relationships, or niche myself down into only purpose or only abundance and money, because I believe we are here to have it all. And I spent my whole life understanding how can I create what I truly desire, and what is stopping me to have that in my 3D reality. So now I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of information and experience, so I'm here to just put it all out here so you can learn from it and really start shifting and having the right, I know, I get now, and then with that your reality starts changing. So so excited, so excited always to share this kind of information. So I'm not only going to teach you something or give you the knowledge today, but I'm also going to teach you a tool that I have been using for the last 8 years, and I use it for everything. And this is the tool that helps me to get my information and especially get feedback for what I believe, and confirmation from my higher self for the thoughts that I have, for the guidance that I believe I'm getting, but I'm a little bit doubting, for the channeling, the signs, or any questions that I have. And I feel I really want to know the truth. So the first and most important thing that I believe a light worker, well, anyone, but especially us who are the forerunners of New Earth, should first and foremost do is reconnecting to their more expanded consciousness, that is us, that we usually call the fifth dimensional self, or the true self, the awakened self. So this is basically that reconnection between the identity we believe we are, which is the personality, me, Agnes, and you, Claudia, and John, and we believe we are, and that higher consciousness, which we also can say the soul, that is living or creating reality beyond this matrix condition limited reality that we call life. And the good news that we are going to start living our life through that consciousness and expanded consciousness, that I'm just talking about. And this is what we call awakening. And right? So exciting. So this is what I said. I'm going to teach you how you can talk to your higher self. It's the very, very basics. It's like 3 minutes that I'm going to teach it to you, and then from there on you can ask and to get confirmation for anything you desire to have confirmation for from your higher self, or call it soul, the universe, source, or however you want. It doesn't matter, they're all the same. Now, in this video, I promised that I am going to talk about the sources of the limitations that you have around bringing that abundance into your life. When I say bringing, you have to know it has already happened. So, as there is no past and there is no future, you already did it. That's why you feel the desire. That's why you are interested, as I said, that you are curious, that you are clicking on things like this, that you want to know more about, that you are doing the healing around these topics, because it's part of your journey. And in case of light workers, as I said at the beginning, it's related to you stepping into your purpose and into your power. So whatever you came here to do, that's very tightly related to abundance, because that abundance is only going to be a consequence of who you are becoming, a consequence of remembering who you are, a consequence of doing what you came here to do. And that's usually very much also related to joy. So, what we're doing actually when we're talking about healing is letting go of everything that is not related to your power, to your joy, to your freedom, and to your well being, and everything you truly are at your core. Everything that is not this, it is not you, it is not yours, and it's not here, or it's not helping you to really bring in all the things that you desire. So basically, the healing is, and why we are on our healing journey, is to become aware and say, thank you, but no thank you. And this is, for some people, it takes an eternity. I also felt like it did for me. But for some people, it really depends of what kind of information you hear and how do you apply, and you really start seeing, and even not really seeing, but beyond seeing, is feeling the momentum of downstream, which, if you know anything about Abraham Hicks, and Abraham Hicks teachings, everything that feels easy and effortless and joyful is downstream, and that's where you want to go, because everything you desire is downstream. Yes, well, we were taught that you have to work hard, you have to push through, you have to eat the broccoli before you can have the ice cream, type of thing. It's not true. It's coming from information that we were taught by people who did not know anything about how we create reality. As I said, let me just go into just sharing with you that how I see these blocks being in our life in these three different levels or layers. Because as light workers, we also have multidimensional blockage. And I talked about this before. This information comes from 20 years of being on my journey to finding out everything that is out there to understand how we create reality. So I realized that yes, we are multi-layered and multidimensional, and also the things that are, wouldn't even say in our way, but the things that we use as a limitation, there is a reason for it, of being there, and this for you to grow and evolve. But you don't want to take this 10 years. You want to take, a few months or even a few weeks, and you're like, oh, right, okay, I get it now. Next step or next level, and don't spend like million years trying to figure out that one level. This is why I created this video. So I actually put everything I know, only the conclusion of everything I've been through and learned. So here they are. First level is your experience of this lifetime, basically since the moment you were conceived until today. But actually we're only talking about the first kind of 7 max 10 years of your life where you already believed everything about money and about how worthy you are and what you deserve, which is all related to what you can accept and allow into your life. The second level is ancestors. So what your parents believed and your grandparents believed about money, what they were patterns, was any patterns in there that you know. You don't have to know, but because I'm going to teach you how you can test it, but you might be aware that they, for example, lost everything, or you see a pattern of gaining a lot, losing a lot, or never had enough and always being in lack, or whatever is that the whole consciousness around money in your family. You can even see maybe mother side or father side, it can be the same, can be the opposite. And this doesn't, it only influences you until you say, I'm done with this. But you have to get to the point where you can recognize it at least and say, I'm done with it. So really nowadays, it's not necessary to do years and years and years of healing. It's not necessary. It can be changed just like that. And this is because of the level of consciousness we are right now in 2024 today. 2nd of February. No, it's 20th of February. But which is good news, right? Ages before we had to do a lot of work, but now we don't have to. So that's good news. The third layer are past lives, or how I call them, it's parallel lives. And those are because there's no past, there's no present. Again, if there is something in your subconscious mind as a memory or what we call karma, it might be affecting you. You might have some unconscious memories that are holding you back, for example, to step into your power. And in order to make or create that abundance, to be in the energy, in the frequency of that, you have to step into your power. But maybe you've been persecuted, and a lot of us were, or maybe, a lot of nasty stuff happened to us in other lives. Atlantis, for example, is one of them. A lot of light workers have Atlantis wounds, and I'm going to create another video talking about Atlantis wounds, because you have to clear that. And clearing that is not a big thing, but knowing about it and clearing it, right? So just actually becoming aware of saying, hey, I might have this. Let me check. Okay, I don't have it. Or I have nothing to do with this. Or yeah, I do have it. Let me see how can I remove it. That's already a huge thing. I feel like I could talk about this like for ages without stopping, but I don't want to really, I don't even know for how many minutes I've been talking. But let me just go to the most important thing, teaching you the tool. Now, the tool is called applied kinesiology or muscle testing. And there's a million videos out there about muscle testing. And I prefer the sleigh test. So I'm going to just I'm going to show it to you that it's super easy. It's basically using your body as a pendulum. Now, you can either use your body as a pendulum to ask questions from your higher self, or you can use an actual pendulum. If you are more familiar with that and you have been already using it, use that. Right, okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do the testing. And you just have to stand up. I'm just going to stand up and put the camera a little bit like that so you see me better. Okay. So I'm going to just be sideways so you see me better. So you just want to stand up and just really use, as I said, your body as a pendulum. So you going to have the yes and no's from your higher self through your body. Now, you just want to ask this one question, higher self, give me a yes, right? And then you will just going to wait, and then you will see how your body will move or start to move forward. Now, you say, higher self, give me a no, and then you wait and you wait. For some can be faster, for others can be slower. It might be a little bit just, it might be not just prominent, it can be just very subtle, but you will feel in your body. So just, you know, You have to trust your body. And then you will see you are not doing it. So please, like, empty your mind, because this is one of the things that a lot of like Soul Lab community members were saying, like, I don't trust it because I think I'm doing it. You are not doing it. You have to just wait, like, you don't have to do anything. Just really say, "Give higher self, give me a yes." And then you just wait, and you just wait, and you just wait, and you will see that you don't have to do anything, because your body will move by itself. Now, when you have that, and in case it's not working for you, in case if it's not working for you, go on YouTube, find other muscle testing videos or sway test, or you will see, and then they will explain, like, why, if it's not working for you, what to do. I'm not going to talk and go into details about this, because this video is about something else. But if this is not working for you, use a pendulum to have a yes and no. Okay, so when you get your yeses and no, you want to test it out with something that it's very something you already know, right? So, for example, your name, you can say, "My name is Agnes," and of course, you say your own name, or "My name is Julian," right? So you see, well, okay, it's working, so it's a yes and no. I'm getting good answers. And then you want to test your money blocks. So, as I said, there's the 3 levels of money blocks. First is going to be this life experience. And when I say this life experience, I really mean your limiting beliefs about money. Everything that you have believed in your childhood up to 7, or I would say you basically 10, the first 10 years of your life, you already concluded everything about your worthiness, what you deserve, and how enough you are. And that's very, very much related to money as well, right? Because it's related to how much love, how worthy you are of abundance, of things you desire, of love, and, well, other things, right? So that's limiting beliefs from this life experience. So that's going to be the first level that we're going to check right here. So you will say, do I have any limiting beliefs about me or money that are holding me back to create the abundance and the wealth that I desire? Right? So have a look and check, test out. If it's a yes, it's a no. Okay? That's the first level. Of course, you can ask a lot of different questions. I'm just giving you some ideas, some examples, right? The second level, as we said, are the ancestors. So family, the people you were raised up by. So everything that you heard around you, and you, especially the ones you inherited here. So patterns that you are repeating, patterns that you're repeating from your ancestors, right? So this is what we're going to check in now. So you're going to say, are there any patterns that I inherited related to money and abundance that are blocking me to create my own abundance or wealth, or however you want to say, right? And see if you get a yes or no. And the third layer is past lives. So that's related to karma, anything, any debts, any curses, any vows, or like poverty vows or stuff like that, right? That's related to that. So that's where you are going to ask that. For example, is there any karma that it's holding me back to create right here, right now, the abundance and the wealth that I desire? No, right, in my case. But you check it for yourself, or you can ask it differently. You can say, is there any block or limitation coming from past life that is, blocking me to step into my true power, or blocking me to create the wealth I desire, or the abundance that I desire? Or is there anything from my past life that is holding me back to blah, blah, blah? But of course, this actually works for everything, right? It's not only related to money. It's not only related to abundance. It's related to everything. It's your power, the love you desire, the well-being. I hope this was, like, at least interesting. And I want you to, because this is how you will start knowing what's going on in your life. And this is something that for me was like a big, like, oh my God, like finally I know what's going on in my life without having to go to someone to tell me an aspect of my life. Because the majority of the healers and the therapists and the gurus and whoever I've been, they only work with one slice of this, like one aspect, like only inner child, or only childhood, or only limiting beliefs, or only subconscious programs, or only past lives, or only ancestors, and which are called which I really love, by the way, and this called family constellations. So only family constellations, so only seeing the patterns that you inherited and how you are interconnected with your family members, and how your purpose and karma and all those kind of things are interconnected, which I also find it fascinating. So if you are ready, you want to go in, this is what we do in Soul Hub. I created a program that it's basically, it can be done in 6-7 weeks. And it helps you to release all these past lives, karma, all blocks, inherited blocks, recognizing and healing them and releasing them. And you can do this in basically 6, 7, max 8 weeks. So check out, it's a subscription that you can come in to Soul Hub and Soul Hub, hop, the Soul Hub, and be part of the community, access the programs. And I'm also there to hold your hand twice a week. So it's a lot of personal help, and you can ask all your questions and actually working with your own stuff, which I believe is priceless. Because I wish I had someone like me there for me, so I didn't have to hop, or I hadn't have to hop from one thing to another, to another, to another, to another, because that's why I believe it took me an eternity, instead of actually following a step-by-step guidance on doing all this work as fast as possible, so then I can come back to my power and start living from that and creating from that. And so if you want to check out, you can check out the link below and join us. If not, or anything else you have or want to ask, or you have a comment, just put it below and I will get back to you. Also, if you want to have being notified, or want to be notified about the free workshops I'm doing, or the events I'm doing online, offline, then you can subscribe and get like a gift which I put out there for you. And then also subscribing to my email list, you get all these notifications. I only usually send one email per week because I'm not a big email writer. So, well, now you know. So I hope this was useful for you. If it was, please, well, like, subscribe, and look out for the new content that's coming up soon. See you. Ciao.